Hello everyone, Kenny here, Cranky Old Man YouTube channel. So, I was listening to a few people talk the other day about the Second Amendment and natural born citizens of the United States versus immigrants. And do immigrants that came through the system are immigrants who come through the system and are now considered American citizens, do they and should they have the right to bear arms? In retrospect, what about illegal aliens who come across the border? What rights do they get just for popping their head through that fence or that wall and coming into the United States? You know, there's a lot of talk about due process, and with the exportation of the illegal immigrants being sent back to El Salvador or whatever country they came from, or any country that's willing to take them, just to get them off of our property, off of our land. Do you think that it's inherent, it's a natural born right that people have the right to self-defense? And if that's so, do they have the right to keep and bear arms, regardless if they're illegally in this country or they've migrated to this country legally, or if you're just a natural born citizen of the United States? The First Circuit of Appeals is weighing in on this right now, and they're going to be making a decision hopefully soon to figure this out, this conundrum. What do you think? Do you think that natural born citizens in the United States are the only ones who have the right for the Second Amendment? Do you think that illegal immigrants get any rights in the United States for being here illegally? Do you feel that they're criminals and they should not be afforded any rights? Put it in the comments below. I would like to know what you think about that. I think if you're in here illegally, you should not have any rights. None at all. Not even protections against deportation, because you're here illegally. You're a criminal. Now, regardless of what you're escaping from. You know, they're trying to use that political prisoner type, I guess, analogy, and they're they're not political prisoners or escaping political execution, something like that. They're just sneaking across the border. And I don't think anyone who's just sneaking across the border should have the right of any rights that we have in the United States. Just because I go to Poland doesn't mean I get all the rights that Polish people have, because I'm just a visitor. I haven't sworn to be to give up my rights as a United States citizen, and I haven't sworn my allegiance to Poland. So lawfully, legally, sign the dots. It's a bad thing. You know, a lot of immigrants, whether they come over legally or illegally, they usually get jobs. And, they're not the highest paying jobs. You know, there's a lot of jobs that they have to get on the down low. And a lot of people prey on that too, especially contractors and stuff. There's a local Home Depot that I know that there's probably, and I don't want you to think I'm being racist, but every morning, starting around 6 in the morning, all the people, Mexican, maybe Puerto Ricans, I'm not going to say Asians or whatnot, and this is just from experience. The Mexican or Hispanics, they all line up over there at the Home Depot, and people and contractors picking up their equipment or whatever they need for the day will go out and they'll pick a couple men however many they need, tell them to jump in the back of the truck, and they take them on the sites, and they pay them the very low wages, but they pay them, you know, I mean, they don't really have any recourse. They can't say you need to pay me more, and they're fighting against 20, 30 other men, so of course they're going to take whatever the guy offers them. So I don't know. What's your thought on should they be able to get health benefits, and should they be able to get unemployment? And should they be able to get all these other programs if they're here illegally? You know, I find there's a lot of illegals who come over here and they try to make a good living, and they try to make enough money to send some home to support their families that are struggling. And for that, I'm sorry that, you know, that's one thing that gets me to say, you know, they should be allowed to work, but those are the ones that are easier to find. So and then there's others that just come over here and they commit a bunch of crimes. And should they be held at a different standard? Should they be held and cast aside just because you know, the shit.